What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. Let me start off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Man, we're going to have a good one today. Faux shizzle. We're going to have a good one today because Gina don't just ain't going to try to understand what I'm trying to say. All right? She ain't going to try to understand, but it's cool. It's cool. Hey, man, thank you guys for always tuning in, hanging out with us. We appreciate you, each and every one. All right. Today on the show, man, we have a filmmaker, man. To me, this is a movie that you guys need to go see. I've been telling you guys about it. It's a movie. It's called Lost Vegas, L-O-S-T, Lost Vegas. It's a movie about, oh, wow. Send Marcella the link, Gina. Send the link. I forgot to put it in there. It's a movie about what happens, what could have happened after the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic. What could have happened? It's like science fiction, basically, but it's, the year 2029. And I think, to me, and I've told you guys, and I'm not going to change up what I said, I think the director, Gina, did a brilliant job in creating what he felt could have happened. We didn't say it did happen. We didn't say this is what's supposed to happen, blah, blah, blah. What could have happened. All right. So I thought it did a good job. Gina, you ready? Let's go, man.
Ready.
Did you send that link?
Bowfinger, I love your movie. Don't listen to Greg.
Hey, man, don't trip on her.
Don't know what he's talking about. I don't never listen to him.
I know exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to do that. Everybody's hollering. Give me the link. Give me the link. Give me the link. Marcella,
they got the link now.
That's right. Because y'all didn't give us the link. Who slipped?
Because everybody started watching the movie again. All right, so we had to really.
I did watch the movie. I was watching the movie.
We're gonna talk, okay? Jeff's coming on in a second, all right? But hey, y'all, the movie was Lost Vegas, all right, that we watched, okay? But it's not the only movie he has, and we want to tell his journey and celebrate him, okay? So let's bring him on. This guy is a director, Gina. He's a producer. He's also an actor. He acted in Gina. He also acted in the movie as well, all right? And he had his son in there too. So let's bring him on. This is Bowfinger Stagger. What's going on, bro?
Hey,
welcome, Bowfinger.
Hey,
don't listen to him, Bowfinger. I'm telling you, he's a troublemaker.
He's a troublemaker.
He already know.
Because you were honest when you didn't know it was me who wrote and directed the movie. You were being honest.
Did you see her? She was like, well, the director, this and that. And I'm like, he's the director. He was like, oh.
Marcel, y'all didn't.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
Hey. You didn't see earlier when we were talking and being honest with Greg. Like, I didn't really like the movie that much. The director he missed so many points.
Now.
So you wait. So you merged up like a monk. The director.
Greg, did you let her go a little bit before you let her know who it was?
Yeah,
I let her go ahead and be honest. And then Greg told her, he said, you know, he's the director.
He's the director.
Then she couldn't backtrack. She said, I didn't like it very much. I didn't like it.
I did not say I didn't like it. You never heard me say I didn't like it. I said I'm looking at it from an author's point of view. We look at things totally different. because
right.
we have to set the stage in the book. So I'm looking for the setting, the plot, things like that. Probably a lot of things that some of you guys probably missed that I saw. And Greg probably saw some things differently.
Hey,
But you know
Bowfinger.
what? I've
Yeah.
always liked books better than the movies. When I read a book and then I see the movie, for some reason, because I guess for the book it leaves a lot to the some to the imagination, so I put my own little spin in it. And then sometime, you know, I guess for time wise, the length of the movie, they can't put all the extra little details in it.
Right.
So I you know, and then with, like you said, with you being an author, and I'm a bookworm, but still I normally like books better than movies when they do
But
come out.
Bowfinger, let's get started, because I want you to tell me what I want to know. I always want to know what was in the mind of someone that wrote a movie that's like so different from everything else.
Okay, good point. Good point. First, hold on. Come here.
She getting on the good side now.
Trying
That's the way I look at a movie. I'm thinking, what was this person think? Sometimes, you know,
Did you see my man?
like,
They go to start a movie.
There go the dog.
Dog, come on,
I
dog.
did not know that was your dog.
Like my man said, "Come on, dog," and the dog went the opposite way.
I love the dog.
I'm going this way.
I tell him go back, and he'll go right back to where we started from. I'm like, yo, how does he know? You know, so he knew when that zombie was laying on the ground.
That wasn't a good take.
Exactly.
All right. So
answer Gina's question, man.
Yeah, because I want to know that too.
What were you thinking?
One of the things I feel that you have to have something that is different, because I watch a lot of movies on Tubi, and I watch a lot to learn what not to do. And I see a lot of the stories are all the same, you know? So when something hits me, and it hits me, it's one of those things that I think about before I go to bed. And it's one of those things that I'm excited to get back to in the morning. That means you're on to something. And that's how most of the movies that I've put on there that are streaming right now has hit me. It's one of those things that came to me as something that just had to be done. I saw an opportunity to come up with a story and I was like, well, what if? You know, what if this happened?
The government.
And then the opportunity of when everything was shut down, I'm like, yo, any filmmaker who's not out there filming during the shutdown, when Vegas Boulevard is completely empty, like you'll never see before, if you ain't out there filming with your camera, you crazy. You know, so I wanted to
got plenty of space.
Yeah, I wanted to do something that was different, you know, and I wanted to do something that would spark interest. And if you notice, I'm not saying that people who've taken the vaccine are bad, and I'm not saying people who are not taking it are bad. What I'm saying is that particular batch that everybody's taken has been tampered with.
Exactly.
You see?
So,
For real.
Because I did notice that you didn't steer off onto one side. You stayed very neutral, and you kind of let people have their own, like even with the dialogue and the conversations that people were having, they were saying, well, why didn't you take it? Oh, I don't want to take that thing. You know, that people had their own decision to make about it.
Yeah.
And you know, that's something that, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, it's one of those things that's real life. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to say.
Taking it, people haven't taken it, you know, and I wanted it to be something that people could relate to. I want any movie that I write or create or whatever, I want it to be one where it can relate to people.
Right.
You know, not one that you're looking at like, yeah, that's not true. I can't imagine that could happen, you know? And let me tell you, there was a lot going on with that movie. A lot.
And see, I'm gonna tell you, boss. See, I'm on the other side. All right. You look okay. Look, let's keep it 100. It wasn't the greatest movie ever told. You know what I'm saying? But it was it was a movie. And I spoke to you. I told you this last week. Okay. I'm surprised Hollywood didn't pick up that concept. Okay.
Right.
Now, because that's something that a blockbuster movie, they throw all that money in there. They'd either made it a comedy or they'd have made it a real. They'd have put Gina, all of your damn zombies in there. Okay. To me, I think it was brilliant that you did that type of a movie on that scale, on the scale that you did it on. Okay, because and then it gave the what if. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm saying, although Gina And Gina she done already put us on that when the virus was out. She was like, "Something's in that virus. That was too quick, Mo. Why'd you take it?" She had us all set up and going.
But you know what? All of those things that he had in the film.
We talked about all that.
Yeah, the what if, and you heard all of this. I actually heard someone say, all of you guys are going to turn into zombies.
Yeah.
When people were talking, but you had all of this, what you talked about, the Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah.
Those are things that were in your ears during the pandemic. So it was I actually liked it, which was interesting. If people know the type of movies I like, this is not normally something that I would like. Right. I actually cracked up the t-shirt in the smoke shop. My cough is from dabbing. I have a tendency to cough all the time. So I cracked up because of an illness. I have a dry cough most of the time. That right there cracked me the heck up. And earlier in the film, it looked like you were eating some type of flakes with sour milk. What the heck?
The struggle was real with that milk.
You get it. He was in the guy was in the house for the longest time because he never wanted to leave because you don't know who's going to turn.
Right. Buttermilk.
You know what I mean? So he had to eat the buttermilk with the cornflakes.
Ew, I was like, oh Lord.
I wasn't ready.
The catalyst for the zombies, and we get off the zombies in a second. Okay, was if you notice the zombies would always sniff.
Yes.
They would always do the. So you knew that this person, whoever he was, they wasn't fully zombie transformed like that. Okay, right. Some of them had the regular, but you knew they were the zombies because they started sniffing, and once they sniffed, they attacked. Okay, right. Gina shaking her head. What, Gina?
that was hilarious to me when the guy came to the door and his friend said sniff. I'm like, oh,
exactly. Yeah.
Cocaine zombie.
I was watching this at 3 a.m. And almost woke up the whole house because I was screaming. I was cracking up laughing. Like, what? Right. It was funny to me.
I'm gonna tell you, the funny thing about it was when that movie the initial title was called COVID 2029.
Ooh.
That was the initial title. The distributor was like, "Hey, you know what? We got a problem with that title because not a lot of people are going to want to affiliate, their product with COVID-19."
Right.
You know what I mean? So
and we just coming out of that bad scene.
We can come up with something different. So I was like, well, I went out there and I filmed and I was like, Vegas looks empty, it's lost. And so I was like, Las Vegas, perfect name, And the day it was released on Tubi, I kid you not, I got 3 phone calls from the CDC.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yep.
Because they didn't want him to put that out. They didn't want him to give that spin, okay? Because they talking about take the shot. And Bowfinger said, no, I'm not taking the shot.
Yeah, they were like, listen, is it possible you can take that down? Because we need people to take that.
They did have bad batches in real life. They had bad batches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were giving people money out here to take the shot.
Exactly. What
they were doing that here. I had a young lady
in Vegas, take the shot. Be lucky.
One lady was excited. She was like, "Oh, I took the shot." I said, "Really?" "Oh, they gave me $150." I said, $150 versus your life. Right. What if? And that was like at the very beginning. She was, what if again? But for $150, she was excited that she got $150 and knew nothing about the vaccine at that point. And I was like, wow.
The Tuskegee stuff came up in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We'll give it a shot. Gina, did you watch the ending?
I did.
Okay.
Tell about the ending, Bo. Tell about the ending.
The message at the ending.
I don't know. I mean, I read what was on the screen, but I didn't know there was a message. Greg was telling me there was a message.
There was a message.
There was a message. A lot of people didn't get the message because it
went over my head.
Yeah, see, a lot of people didn't get the message because they expected all the zombies. And
you got the message,
I think because the message, it was talking about choice. It was talking about people can live their life and everything like that. You just need to. What I got out of it was just make sure that you're making the right decision for yourself.
Yep. Oh, okay. Well, that I did get. Okay, I thought it was something else.
I thought it was something else. I mean, it said it in the words that was going across that came at the end.
But if you notice at the very end where he was, and when you said you saw all the people walking by shopping, he had taken the shot. No one was.
I didn't know that.
See,
They showed him taking the shot. Yeah. So
Well, he picked up the 2 tubes.
And he took the shot.
He took the shot.
He took the shot, and that's
At the
why. And the
very
doctor
end.
told him that's the right shot.
Oh,
Yep, he gave him the right one at the end. Like when he pushed the button and the thing opened up and everything, that was the right vaccine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the right vaccine. So
That
when
was
he
the
took
clean
it,
one.
he took the clean one. Yep, he took the clean one.
And then you see him standing in the middle of the strip, and no one's attacking him.
right.
Yeah.
See,
See?
Gina.
You missed that.
I saw him standing there,
There it
and
is.
people were just zooming past, and things were going really fast. But I didn't, like I said, that went over my head.
See,
Yeah, because you did comment on that.
Greg got it, and my man got it.
Is he a zombie?
You didn't get it. And
I'm not a zombie.
Hey, you cut.
You didn't like it. That's why you didn't get it. But whoever saw it and got it liked the movie. To me, I think that's a classic movie that when you understand what's being said in that movie, you'll be like, yo, this is kicking some serious knowledge right here.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, I think, and you know, I said this from day one. Gina, I told you when you was telling me I didn't like the movie very much.
I did not say I didn't like the movie very much.
I think it was a brilliant concept. Okay. Nobody touched on it before that I've seen. I think it was a brilliant concept. It should have been done. And I'm glad you did it. Everybody that's watching, let's watch the trailer for Lost Vegas.
Here we go.
Is the leader in developing COVID vaccine.
But you altered it. You did something to it.
We're not taking it.
Why not?
You see this dead body in here?
So how long has it been since you took the vaccine?
For the betterment and the health and safety of this family is for you to take that shot. Welcome to the New World Order, my brother.
I'm gonna say this. You know who I felt sorry for?
Who?
The Hispanic dude who was in there smoking that weed right before he died. My man was in there just chill. You saw him take that big old puff and inhale, and then old girl just got him.
So it didn't phase him then, huh?
Until his wife started on him.
And see, the brother wasn't gonna let it. Well, didn't want to let him in. He had attitude all while you was eating. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's about the choice. And see, the trailer. Everybody that didn't see the movie, the trailer should make you want to go and see this movie. All right, because the trailer takes some of the better points, some of the good points that's in the movie, and you got to see what happens after and before those points. Okay, I'm telling you, man. Look, let's go back a little bit. What made you want to start doing movies?
Yeah, man, I was 16 and I always carried cameras with me. You know, back in New York, I'd always have a camera with me, and I go over to my cousin's house that lives in Bronx River, and they'd always be like, "Yo, man, that's your cousin with the camera, right? Yeah, yo, he can't come over here, man. He always got a camera. Get him out of here." You know. And my first job was working at Saturday Night Live. You know,
wow, okay.
Right there, it was what led me to do it. I got to work with Eddie Murphy and all these other people, and I was like, wow, I love this. So every job I got after that was, what would you say? Well, the movie set for me. Like any job I got, I'm looking at, I'm like, how can I use this as a movie set? How can I, you know, and that's what I would do. And I did extra work, and I moved to Hollywood. I did extra work for a while, and I wasn't really a fan of the way they treated the background personnel. I don't like to call them actors, but the way they treated the background personnel. And it was one of those where I said, you know what, forget all this, man. I'm gonna do my own thing. And I just went out there and started writing and looking. Oh, I was gonna go to film school, and they told me it was gonna cost me $28,500. I'm like, what the hell is $28,000? You know. And I ran into Robert Rodriguez, who directed Spy Kids and all of that.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, forget film school, man, because no one's going to really hire you in, fresh out of film school, because, would you give anybody $1 million budget and they fresh out of film school, haven't proven themselves?
Right. No experience.
No, so you're going to be a gopher. Go get some coffee. Get out of here. So I just started doing my own thing and studying, and I would go to the movies every weekend. And then when I would get my sons, we'd go to the movies every weekend. That was my time with them. We go to movies and we watch movies, and I started watching movies and breaking down movies. I was looking at how things are done, why the camera is moving, how the camera is moving, what makes the camera move. I even looked as far as what the extras in the background, the atmosphere person was doing, if they were doing the right thing. So it just made me, when I started putting pen to paper, and then I started seeing how it is. And my first movie is getting ready to come out soon on Tubi. It's called Homeward Bound. And it's about two little brothers, which is my sons, that I filmed. I filmed that movie when I was homeless, and I filmed that movie on my visits with my sons. So now it's getting ready to stream on Tubi.
That's what's up, man.
That's what's up, man.
He was homeless too. I was homeless once myself, brother.
Hey,
so you got to be homeless to be a filmmaker.
Yes.
To be an author. You want to be an author, you have to be homeless. Gina.
I told you, they attack her.
Are you from New York?
I'm from the Bronx. Yes.
I hear it.
Listen to that accent.
I hear
Girl,
it.
please.
As soon as he said coffee.
He said a few words. I was just like, okay.
What got me was get out of here.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it was.
That was like a Jersey.
So
go
it
ahead,
was one of those things that I realized that when I completed the movie and I seen it done, I was like, wow, this is crazy. It just became something that I do. I just start writing, putting it down, pen to paper and everything, breaking it down and making these movies. And I watch the movie to learn what not to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great filmmakers on there that are making these movies, and the storylines are pretty much the same with a lot of them. So-and-so trying to get out of the hood, so-and-so selling drugs, so-and-so this.
That's true.
I'm like, we have to step our game up as filmmakers, Black filmmakers, to step our game up to where, we're watching other races of filmmakers making their marks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But in order for us to get out there and start making movies that everybody can relate to, you know what I mean? It's not every filmmaker that I see is gonna be Tyrone is trying to get out of the hood. He's leaving the drug game behind. Shanique is quitting the stripping game and getting the bag. And it's like people say, it's a Tubi movie. And I think we need to do movies that are different, like, Horrible Bosses, movies that, other people are doing that we are watching.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just watching one of those before I came on. I've been told I can't say certain things about some movies. All right. But I think it's all of them are creative. All of them are trying to do something. They may not have the largest budget in the world to make it right, to get the right lighting or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I told Gina too. Did I not say, Gina, that Bo hit it with the lighting, with the sound, with the texture?
See, that's his forte. He's looking at it from a producer's eye.
Yeah.
And so, I think people are gonna, depending on what you do on a regular basis, you're gonna look at a film or a movie much differently. Now we're listening for the scores now.
And look at stunts. We're looking at the stunts because our guys.
Once you write the movie, Gina, you're done. Thank you for coming. We appreciate your time. Then you move it to Greg, right? And then Greg looks at it and doesn't see the light and how you want to do it. Then he brings it to me. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's the vision of the person, the director, who's doing what they want to do. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of amazing filmmakers out there. You know what I mean? And every movie, you have to get better and better and better.
Right.
You watch it and learn from that movie what you did and what you didn't do that could make this new movie better.
Right.
Mm-hmm. On Tubi, there are so many movies that I do not like. And a lot of it is because of a negativity. Right. And the melanated within the melanated community, and I'm just gonna put it out there. My thing is, we have so many people speaking negatively of us.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's just something I don't understand when, and I'm not talking about you because I did like your movie. I like your movie, but it's like, why are we continuing?
Right.
With that, when there's so many positive, like you're saying, there are other things and there are positive things that we can write about to show what we are really truly about.
Right.
Because it's not always about, like you said, Shaniqua and Tyrone.
Right.
We have so many educated people within our community. We're doing so many positive things.
Mhm.
So, and that's just me.
Right.
With if I was a filmmaker, and I'm not, but that's just how I feel
But
about
you watch
You
movies.
mean?
You watch movies. Go ahead, Mo. What you gonna say?
I do. I watch movies and I also read a lot.
Right.
And like I said, I like the concept with how you did with COVID.
Mhm.
And a lot of the things are true, as far as, what if there was a bad batch? There were bad batches out there.
Mhm.
And then the chitter chatter of what, are you going to take it? Are you not going to take it? Why won't you take it? You should take it. You shouldn't. And these are things that really, were out there, happening on that part. And then also in the back of our minds, the melanated community, we're still thinking about Tuskegee experiment.
Right.
Because that is something that is so true that happened.
Yes.
And in our community, when things happen, unfortunately, we still have to, think, because there's so many things still going on with against our, community. So these are some things. And so these are some of the things that I kind of, that I liked in the film. And then some of them, too were funny to me. Some of the things, the sniff and the, and the sour milk, and I'm like, really?
Right. And the dog. I can't forget the Kenji.
Pardon me?
I said you can't forget Kenji.
You can't forget the dog, okay? Because the dog.
No. And there was a kitty in there too. I'm a cat mom. There was a cat in there too.
Forget the cat. The dog was. The dog was the one. Okay,
The dog seen through me.
Oh.
The dog saw through me.
The dog seen through me. But I was wondering, why is this dog in the middle of the tracks? Like, it really did throw me.
Okay, now, Bo, let me answer this. Bo, let me answer this. All right. So I said, if you looked at I Am Legend, Will Smith had a dog running around with him too. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's keep it 100. We got that dog there. Okay, as a symbol as well. Okay, the dog was supporting his master. The person. All right. Now I didn't like the fact that he took your car, dude. Okay.
I didn't like that either.
But wait a minute. Aren't you talking about, Gina, that the dog in the beginning is just sitting in the cage in the middle of the rail?
In the cage
because it was left.
Hold on with that one too. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was left.
It was left. It was a setup.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought it was a setup, but he didn't get set up.
Because I thought the dog was a zombie at first.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was a trap too.
Yeah.
But when I initially wrote it, I wrote it where the dog turns like Will Smith's dog did. But then he's so little, all he had to do is just hold him by the neck. Like
that's true. Yeah.
His dog out. You know what I mean? And get all the
baby.
I'm glad you didn't kill the dog, did you? You would have Peter on you then.
Yeah.
True. Get out of here. But
you could have had that, man. But I think it was a brilliant idea. Okay, Jeff, you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say this. I want to say the reason why I did pay attention to your movie more was because it is something different. And that was to speak to Marcy's point. You know what I mean? Since it was something different out there, I kind of look at Tubi, man, with all them types of movies out there. It's like a bad segment of BET playing all the 90s movies.
Yes, sir.
When you get all the gangster movies on there and they all doing the same thing. But it's an even worse version. That's what I look at Tubi as sometimes. But some of them movies, yo. But with yours, you took a different spin and approach, and that's what made me want to tune in to your movie. Right. Because okay, we ain't seeing no stripper try to sing or shake their butt on TV, or we ain't seeing nobody slinging the dope and all that stuff. Dude had a gun because he was killing zombies. He wasn't trying to kill people after him. You know what I mean? He wasn't trying to fight off the police, and then the policeman turned. You feel me? So he had to shoot the policeman. So that was a little more entertaining to see.
Take him out.
Exactly. Let's take him out.
Scene to shoot that scene with the policeman. That is that was played by a guy named Marcus Aurelius. He's also a film director.
Okay.
You know? And he's also the one who designed the poster.
Okay.
Okay, that's what's up.
He played the cop and everything.
Now
And
you had your sons in the movie, right?
my youngest son.
Okay, he was the lead character.
Yeah, he was the lead character.
He was the one that stole the car.
He was the one that stole the car and took me off.
The thief.
He's like, you know, Dad, you don't need to be in the poster, man. I was like, you don't think so? He's like, no, you don't need to be in the poster. And then I was like, okay, we're gonna do part 2. And I started writing part 2. He's like, why do you have to be in part 2? I'm like, why are you trying to take me out of the movie?
He wants this.
He would be the star.
You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, I'm just saying, you know. Well, I'm like, well, can I come back in part 2? He's like, it's irrelevant. Your character was irrelevant in the first one.
Whoa. He was like, you was just in here to be in here.
Right.
So then you need to come back
son-
and you need to
your
come back in
son.
part 2 as a zombie to come get his tail.
Mm-hmm.
Because okay, you're gonna put me out. Okay, I'm back.
You know what
Well,
I think
I'm
your
back.
son is your son saying, Dad, just focus on the directing part. Let the actors do the acting part. Because sometimes when you do too much,
Listen
you're
to
not
Judy.
giving 100% of where you should be.
That's my movie, damn it. I get on it if I want to.
So that's not a good way to look
Well,
at
no,
it.
that's
though.
well. I didn't say that.
Ask Eddie Murphy.
Say that.
He said, I didn't say that. He said that.
You been looking at me like
Hey, Bo, ask Eddie Murphy. Ask Eddie Murphy. He get on his movies 2 or 3 different characters.
I thought it was a. Go ahead, Bo.
I tell you like this. Directing that movie, I did that movie by myself. I didn't have a film crew. It was just me with the camera, me in front of the camera. Then I do it, and I go in the back, and I have a monitor set up. I do my scene.
Oh,
you know, I didn't have a film sound guy. I
See
had
that makes me look at it totally different.
Yes,
it really does.
See,
honestly,
I had headphones. You know what I mean?
Because you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot.
And then it was done. I had to edit it and everything. It was. Let me tell you, it's not something that I want to do on a regular.
That's why your son is saying, Dad, just direct.
Yeah. And I think I got 2 more movies, and then I'm pretty much done from in front of the camera, unless Bobby and Renee wanted to put me in one of the. you know, I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, so you guys didn't know this, but did you see the dedication to who the movie was dedicated to?
Yes.
Yes,
at the end. Yes.
That was a man who was in charge of the Las Vegas Film Festival out here, Action on Film. I met this brother. This was the biggest man I've seen, with a gentle giant. Remember I said we go to the movies every weekend, my sons and I, right? So one day he was going on a date and he didn't want to go to the movies. I'm like, wait, you going on a date? He's like, yeah. I was like, so what? You mean you're not going to the movies with me? He's like, no. I was like, what the hell? I was like, so take me home, man. Right? He said, Dad, the movie's right here. I said, no, this is not what we do. Right? So he said, I'm gonna take you to the movie. So he took me to the theater. I walk in there and I see all these movie posters, and it was a festival. So I was like, oh, well, let me find out what's going on for next year. So I meet this brother's name is Del Weston. He tells me, you have a movie? I said, yeah. He said, you have a poster? I said, yeah. He said, is it finished? I said, yeah. He said, tell you what, I'm about to bless you right now. I'm like, what? He said, bring me the movie and the poster, and I'm gonna put it on in the theater. I said, wait.
Wow.
That's what's up.
You know,
right.
Next year?
Right
He said, no.
place at the right time.
Yeah, he said, for tomorrow. I'm putting it in the film festival. I'm like, what?
Wow.
Right? So he put it in the film festival. That Friday, he called me and said, you guys won 3 awards.
Wow.
Yeah.
There it is.
They won 3 awards. And it wasn't Las Vegas. It was the other one called One Time.
I'm going to watch that one.
Right? And One Time, again, I did that by myself. No film crew, sound, everything. But if you notice the difference from One Time to Las Vegas, everything is totally different, from the sound, the lights, everything, you know. And so he put my movie in there, and it won distribution.
Wow.
Yeah, one of the 3 things and everything. And I was told I couldn't actually make a movie without a film crew and everything, without no film crew, no sound guy, you know. So you couldn't do it, and I did it. And won 3 awards, and now it's streaming.
Man, I got a new respect for you, Bowfinger.
She said
I
a
take
new
back
respect.
everything I said.
Being that you didn't like the movie in the beginning, I take that as an honorable. You know, that's my girl, right? Right.
Hey, but But
let me just
go
say
ahead.
this:
Go ahead.
he passed away.
Oh,
Sorry about that. He passed away from COVID.
Wow.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and so that's why the dedication was to him and everything. And if you notice, there's another thing you didn't notice, but you know now, when the doctor is telling my son where to take the vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
tells him you got to take it to the Del Weston hospital.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I remember that now. Yeah.
That
And you got to
Yep.
get the two though. Okay.
Del Weston.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
Wow.
That's an awesome tribute.
That is.
Yeah. Great. Every time I watch the movie now, I watch it all the time, even though I did it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna watch my own movie. You know, but every time I see him, it makes me smile because what he did led me to where I'm at today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
Because he put it in the theater, people have seen it. It won 3 awards. Then it got distribution, you know, and now it's streaming, and it's like everybody loves that movie. It's called One Time. The number one.
Watch it.
You know,
that's what's up.
And so Bobby, when I got the distribution deal, the paperwork came, and I'm like, what the heck is all of this? So I got in touch with Bobby. The distributor got me in touch with, what the hell is all my lights going on? Right? I was like, wait, I paid the electric bill yesterday. No, Bobby came over and, you know, out of the kindness of his heart, came over here and helped me fill out my paperwork and everything. And I've never forgot him for doing that because he didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
That's what's up.
And everything, and just seeing him and how he does it and how he puts out all his movies. He's such an inspiration, him and his wife, because with the movies that they have out, that's crazy. That's
yes. Yeah.
You know, just moved out here a year ago, I believe. Now it's like people are, well, have you met Bobby? I'm like, wait a minute, man. You know, Bobby and Renee people, do you know them? I'm like, yeah, I know Bobby. Okay, get in touch with them because they're doing shit. I'm like, wait a minute.
How do you think you get to know me?
Right now, you know?
There it is.
Yeah, I never forgot that, man. And every time I see them, you know, you can't turn on Tubi without seeing a Bobby and Renee Peoples movie.
Yep. But you know, one thing that Bobby and Renee always talk about is how they started low budget and they build all the way up to where they are now. So, you know, it's a matter of what your next step is. What do you do next time?
But see, Bowfinger has already proven that, yes, okay, everybody's out there, they're doing their films, and they have these, you know, the grips and the best boy and all of that stuff. Okay, he's already proven that he can do it without that.
Right. So, and you can't pay for that experience right there.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and when I hear people, filmmakers, this always lets me know where to put them, you know, is when they tell me, well, I'm waiting for a budget or I'm waiting for something. What that tells me is you're waiting.
You're excusing.
I'm not waiting.
There it is.
You know, I'm going out there and I'm doing it. I got my camera and you know what I mean? And I got this, that, and the next thing. And I'm out there doing it. You'll see me. I'm the sound guy. Let me hear you say something. And people actually say something. Like, no, say something. Talk. Don't just
exactly.
You know? Okay? And then I got it. Then I got the monitor, you know, and everything, and I'm filming it. And then, you know, I'm the type that I know what I like. Cause see, bad acting, sorry, but it makes my butt itch.
And you know, you had good acting throughout that movie. You really did. Real talk.
Hey, come here, boy.
Real
come
talk.
Here.
You did.
Thank you,
go over there
man.
and sit down.
Hey, your son was amazing, man. Your son was amazing. He
Let
did
him
his
hear
thing.
that. He's like, no, he's a humble dude. He's so humble, you know. And one of the reasons why people say, well, why are you always in your movies and everything? And my answer to that is because I'm the only one that's going to be as dedicated to this movie than anybody else.
I like that.
I'm going to sit down and wait. I'm going to do it myself. If I got to be that person, I'll be that person, you know, and we'll go carry it through and get it done. My son, when he comes over, I hit him with the script. I'm like, yo, we got a new movie. This is a new movie we're doing. He said, let me see it. Good. Take that out. I don't like that. I don't want that in there. That's great.
I like his son.
You know, and he's like, okay, let's start filming. You know?
That's
so
just don't let
Just don't let Diddy in your movies, because you know if Diddy get in your movies, man, he gonna take over everything.
Diddy gonna take all your money,
He
everything.
gonna be in each and every one of them.
Uh-huh.
Right. Well, no, my oldest one, he's in LA. He's a fashion photographer. You know, and he told me, he's like, yeah, I went to a party over at Diddy's house. I'm like, say what? You went with who?
Hey.
Don't make me find Diddy, bro. You know what I mean? You know, but he's out there doing his thing, and I'm looking forward to doing a movie with him. What I like to do is, if you notice on the credits, the executive producers are my sons.
Right.
I was just here to ask that. I'm looking at that. Was that Dane or Danny and Kevin?
Yes.
Okay.
You got his name right. Everybody get it wrong, but it's Dane.
Okay, yeah.
You know, they're the producers, the executive producers of the movies, so that when my time is gone, they still own all the movies.
Okay, I like that.
That's
I like
what's
that.
up. Yeah.
You know, and
Even their
everything.
legacy.
Yeah, so everything goes in my son's names, and they're the executive producers. And I'm like, look, as long as I'm taken care of, we good. You know, we got a movie that making a couple of $1 million. I know I got my house, and when you get to that age where all the other stuff don't really matter.
Give me a box of cereal and some spoiled milk, and I'm all right.
Hopefully not. Oh Lord.
That was good, bro.
When sex scene work, did it give you the ill stomach feeling?
It sure did for me. I saw them lumps coming. I said, hold on now.
I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah.
Another thing that I liked was the AT what is that? The ATDG leader. That was funny to me too.
Yes.
Against
the government.
Yes.
Yeah, that was. I took notes while I was watching. It was funny.
That's awesome. You know, he actually does the music. He's my music supervisor.
Okay.
Yeah, Wendell Island. You can find him on Facebook, Instagram, and all that. But he actually does all the music and everything. And what I usually do is I get other artists, recording artists, who wants a chance to have their music in a movie, for forever. That's a great thing, because once you get in there, somebody can ask you, you ever done, movie score, or you had your music in the movie, and they can say, yeah, here it is. It's Las Vegas. It's one time. The music in one time is amazing, but those are all professional artists on the soundtrack to one time.
I gotta watch that.
We were talking about that earlier, Gina. You and I about pulling people in and doing this and doing that on movies such as Bowfingers. So we're talking with brilliant Gina, a brilliant director, brilliant producer, and an actor, Mr. Bowfinger Stagger. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick. Set us up, Marcella.
So for our break, let's just redirect, regroup, refocus with life coach Jeff Relaford.
Oh, wow. Big screen. All right. Here we go. So this is the deal for today. For the 1 minute thought, I just want to let y'all know, if y'all are not watching, but if you are tuning in right now, I really hope that this story is giving you some type of inspiration, because I really want to pay attention to what this man said earlier. He said he did this all by himself. And the thing is, it doesn't matter how big the goal is, how small the goal is, the obstacles that come within reach. I want everybody to take away from this and know that it is possible for you to succeed. Don't let anybody tell you no. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't, because you can and you will. All you have to do is start it and believe and trust the process all the way through. I'm telling you, if you trust in yourself and you trust in God, you can do whatever it is you want to do.
Yes, sir. That's like Brother Bird.
Man, that was on point right there. It's true. You really, you don't need to wait for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You go out there and you do it. It's one of the biggest turns on for me when I meet somebody and they tell me, I'm waiting for a budget. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for, I'm waiting. To me, that just tells me you're going to continue waiting. I have saying that if you do one thing towards your goal every day, that means you've done 365 things to make it happen. So that come next year, you are not where you are this year.
There you go.
You know what I'm
What's
saying?
your next movie, Bowfinger?
I'm working on one now called Snatched, and it is
Uh-oh.
about it's a human traffic movie, and it's about
Oh,
a
wow.
daughter gets kidnapped for human trafficking, and the police are taking too long to get it, to find her. She takes it on her own, and she goes out there to find her
I
daughter.
love movies like that.
Yeah, it's
I like
reminiscent
that.
of like I'm
Take me.
thinking of old school Cleopatra Jones, Pam Grier,
Okay.
heroic black female, strong black female, and
Mhm.
tell you, if you like the other ones and you thought those would film good, look good, and sound good, this one, man, whew,
So you ready now?
yeah. So I got
Those
that
two-
one in the can. My son, we just finished the script for his new movie called Runaway. Right.
Okay.
And a lot of times you'll see a lot of the cats that you see in the other old movies that I've done, you'll see them in the newer movies, because I believe in this thing I call it the Spike Lee theory, which is when you're down with me when I have nothing, you're going to be down with me when I have something.
Mm-hmm.
That's
what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
As we're building and growing, I'm getting all my guys together. So I like to because I really hate being at auditions and all that stuff. I would really rather just send you a script and offer you the part and say, hey, you want this part? So the guy, the Spanish guy in the movie with the gun that pointed it at me when I walked up, he's in One Time as well. And he's in Snatch and he's in Runaway. So you'll see all of these guys. Oh, and another thing, when you watch One Time, you're going to see the guy who played my brother in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
He's in One Time, and he actually stole the movie in One Time. He was supposed to be just an extra walking by, and he ended up stealing the movie.
Okay.
What is One Time about?
He has another one.
Okay, so One Time is about two guys who come to Vegas and they go into the wrong hotel room, and in the room they find a room full of drugs and money, and they take it.
Oh.
They go back to LA, right? They go back to LA and they pretend to be cops and they start robbing real drug dealers.
That's a spin.
That's
That
dangerous.
is, but I'm gonna say this: that one can be true because we went to Minnesota and we rented a hotel, and when we opened the door, there was someone in the room with drugs playing on a PlayStation. I kid you not. I kid you not.
Wow.
Well, that movie, let me tell you, it is again. That's another movie I did by myself with the camera, no film, edited it and everything, and I think that's the one that won 3 awards and everything, and it's actually like really streaming really well on Tubi. The music.
You got Family Blood too.
Family Blood. Okay, that was one that I did in the process of. I did Homeward Bound. After Homeward Bound, I started doing Family Blood. That's when I became homeless. I finished both of them homeless. I'd be at McDonald's or I'd be in my little car editing every time that I get, and I finished Family Blood. But what happened was this. When in the process of doing Family Blood, I had moved to New York. New York was not really nice to me. New York was like, she was mad that I left. New York was like, I'm gonna get you. Oh, now you won't come back, huh? Right. So I ended up leaving. In the process of editing, something happened and the movie was lost. In the computer, it was lost, never to be seen again. So for years, the movie just sat there. But then I sent it to the distributor, and they were like, "This is great, strong, powerful Black women. Oh man, we want this." And I was like, "Okay." So I had to add stuff to make it work. You know what I mean? So now they want a part 2 to that one. It's like every movie I do, they want a part 2. Which is great.
That's all right. Pretty good, then.
You're doing your thing, brother. Like I said, brilliant.
I try to do it. I try to be encouraging to other filmmakers. Like I'm always open to any filmmaker who hits me up on Instagram and Facebook. I don't really go on Facebook that much because I don't know who's who on there. You know what I mean? And I just got a friend of mine who just got hacked. And Thomas Wolf just got hacked, and they've been coming after him for a minute. And yeah. So I don't really add people on Facebook, but on Instagram and TikTok, I'm on there. You can hit me up all the time on there.
We got you though, man. Mo, you want to say something real quick?
Oh, actually, he went past it and came back around to it. I was gonna say, Gina, he won't be looking at none of your books because you need another script. If you need another script, you know.
Well, you know what? I
That
will
was
look at Gina's books because of the fact that she's an author, so she knows now that if she gets a movie that her book gets red light to do a movie, it's going to go to somebody like Greg before it comes to me. So she's gonna walk away from it. She has to be able to say, "Here's my baby," you know.
That's gonna be hard.
You gonna flick through and go.
Marcel, a quick question.
Okay, Bowfinger, we've been talking with you, having a nice little conversation. Tell us something about you that most people would not know about you. Something that you would not hear about you in another interview. That you would like other people, that you would like us to know.
Well, we didn't know he was homeless.
Well, you told us. What else? What else?
Tell us why you call it Bowfinger.
Oh my Lord, that's a good question. That's a good question.
See.
And you know what? The funny thing is, it's all a circle. And once you know the destiny and the life path that you're supposed to be in, and if you deviate from that life path, you're not really going to be happy until you get back onto that life path.
Wow.
And my life path, I found out, was the same as Steven Spielberg, Jim Carrey, and all these other guys as far as being a writer and being in the entertainment business. And I realized that every job that I got, I was never really able to stay on there long, except for at Saturday Night Live, where I was there for 2 years. But it's in the entertainment business. You see, all the other jobs I had, security guard, I was with LAPD for a little while. All these different jobs. None of them. My first day at the job at LAPD, I was like, I ain't gonna be here long. I was like, I ain't gonna be here long. So it's I need to go back to what was your question again?
What is Bowfinger?
Okay, so check this out. I opened up a photography studio in Hollywood, right? Around the corner are you familiar with the Bowfinger movie?
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy,
Steve Martin, Eddie Murphy.
Now remember, I used to work with Eddie Murphy. Right?
Oh, okay.
My studio was located around the corner from the Bowfinger house. Where I did photography out there, not knowing that this was going to be the official Bowfinger house, right? So I have a family member, name is Milan Rivera, who's an actor, right? I realized that because I don't wait for people, I get it done, and I'm moving and getting it done. He was coming out to Vegas, I think it was one day, and I said, "Hey man, I got this scene for you in this idea for a movie." And he was like, "Okay, you got a script?" I said, "I'm working on it right now." And he's like, "Okay." I said, "How long you gonna be there?" He said, "I'll be there for 2 days." "Okay, we're gonna shoot a couple of scenes." And he was like, "God damn, Bowfinger." So ever since then, the name just stuck with me. And it's funny because when I say the name stuck with me, people that I know on Facebook or whatever, I don't talk to them that often, but when I do, my Facebook thing says Bowfinger Stagger, right? So I'll talk to some of them, and I remember I called a friend of mine up, right, named Reggie, and just out of random blue, I called him up out of my phone, and I'm like, "Hey man, it's Kevin." He's like, Kevin, like Kevin Stagger, Kevin Stagger. Bowfinger. Oh, that's what you remember me.
Like, why you didn't just say that?
Oh, that's funny.
That is hilarious. Yes.
And it's funny because Michael Jai White, him and his wife were doing a thing like this, and I hit him up and said, "Yo, Mike, what's going on, man?" And his wife said, "Bowfinger Stagger. Who's Bowfinger?" He's like, "Oh, that's my man, Kevin. He's been using that Bowfinger shit for a minute." I'm like, "Oh." And he's like, "Oh yeah." So ever since then, that's been the name, And the crazy thing is, I think on Tubi, when you put in Bowfinger, you see some of the movies and stuff that I've done.
Right.
This year, I'm scheduled for, I think 4 films before the end of the year. I'm trying to catch up to Bobby and Renee.
Yeah, Bobby Renee.
With their
so that means we're gonna have you on here 4 more times, then, right?
Hey, I'll come on here for every movie that we're doing.
Let's do it.
I was hoping that my son was here, so I could, come over and talk with him.
We'll get him next time. We'll get him next time.
His movie we're doing again, that one, and I don't, it's not that it's like you said. I believe it can be done. You don't need to say, "Well, I have to have this guy." And hey, my man Trayvon Collins, what's up, brother?
The man, the legend, Bowfinger Stagger.
Trayvon Collins is a dude who he is, one of the most ambitious filmmakers that I know. Him and Mo McCoy, right? Trayvon is the kind of dude where it's like if you say, "Oh, I need somebody to do the lights or carry the equipment," Trayvon is, "Yo, what's up, man? I'm here to do the lights."
There you go.
He's that dude where I'm like, yo, anything, when we get the $1 million deal with Netflix and everything, Trayvon is definitely going to be a part of the team right there. And I like bringing on people onto the team and giving opportunities that, I didn't have these opportunities when I was trying to do it.
Right.
Yeah, but you're doing exactly what you had done to you. Somebody gave you a hand, blessed you, so you could be a blessing to somebody else.
Yeah.
This is why we love to have people like yourselves on here, man. We got you, Bobby Peoples. We gave, shout out to what's the dude that always naked on Tubi?
Naked.
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson.
Naked Nelson.
Naked Nelson. Gina knew that one quick. Naked Nelson.
Yes, she did.
I never met that brother, but I'm looking forward to it. And I know every time I see a movie Tubi and he's on it, I'm like, yeah, he's there. There he is.
Hey, bro, you know what? The hour has gone by. We got to get out of here. Okay, but I want to give you a final word, man. If there's something that you could tell the people about your movies and just give them some great thoughts, what would it be?
I would say don't ever give up your dreams for anybody. And never stop doing what you know you want to do. Once you find your life's path, stick with it, because that's the only thing that you're going to be able to do that's going to actually bring you happiness. It's not about the money. I know a lot of rich people who tell you it's not about the money. Money just brings you the comfortability of not having to worry about money.
Right.
You know what I mean? But so many people are unhappy in their jobs and waking up and going to work and this, that, and the next thing every morning. But if you do that thing that I said, which is do one thing, I don't care, even if it's for an hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, you do that one thing every day towards your particular goal. You've done 365 things and make sure that you're not where you are this year, come next year. You know what I mean? And I still do that to this day. I will do one thing a day, every day, towards this movie, towards the script, towards distribution, everything,
That's what's up.
Good concept,
good stuff.
Hey, man, we appreciate you coming through the show, man, and hanging out with us. It's been a blast, man. And like I said, everybody, this is Bowfinger Stagger. Go check out Lost Vegas. All right. I mean, I think it's a brilliant concept for a movie and he did it. The acting was great. The lighting was great. Gina, the texture of the movie was great. Gina, the storyline was great. Gina.
Yes.
And I'm telling you,
Vegas. LOST. Lost Vegas.
Las Vegas. One Time, which is the number one, and then time. And then Family Blood. Right?
Let's get them all.
Soon to come is going to be Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound. All the movies that I've done by myself without a film crew. Just getting it done. Even this movie, Runaway.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Yeah.
Continue. Don't stop. I mean, you gotta keep it going.
Yeah,
right.
Doing it. You know what I mean? And stop. Don't wait for anybody. Just get out there and get it done.
Just do it.
The best place to find me would be on Instagram at Grand Concourse Films. That's the
I need
best
that hat, bro.
Huh? Yeah. I gotta get you your hat, man.
I'm gonna get you a dope little t-shirt, man. And hey, I'm gonna need a poster too, man. I'm gonna need a movie poster.
For which one?
I don't care.
He said he don't care.
He said don't matter.
Yeah. Well, there's a lady. I want to give her a shout out real quick. Her name is Wisdomology on TikTok. She's the one who really talked about this movie, Las Vegas, and got almost 94,000 comments and views about Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's crazy. Every single day. People love it. People hate it. People are like Gina. People, no, I'm just joking. And that's the thing. It's gonna make some people understand it and get it and be like, yo, this was dope. This is a classic. Because it's an analytical zombie movie. It's not a whole bunch of zombies just walking around eating people and this, that, and the next thing. It's one of those things where you make a choice, and that choice is what's going to determine where you're going to go. You know what I mean? So the world is great. Everybody's fine except for the people who haven't taken it. Now, that's when they come across someone who do. Hey.
Make sure you all check out this movie. Watch it to the end, okay? Because the end has a special message for you.
Yes.
Check the movie out. Hey, Bowfinger, we appreciate it. Hey, man, come back anytime you get ready, bro.
Yes.
The light went out. What the?
Light went out. Probably a zombie in your room right about now.
Wait a minute.
Hey, this is Dope Living TV Live. We appreciate you coming through, bro, hanging with us.
Thank you.
Truly enjoyed you.
All right. Karen Day's here tomorrow, guys. Comedian Karen Day. She got all kind of stuff going on. All right, but we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace out.
Peace out. Adios.